or get your top hit. Cleaning crew, we pull out with the mop sticks. I can let my demons loose, we ride and don't get caught sick. Really, I believed in you, it turned out that you not shit.
You wanna do this one?
Cause it might trigger you? I don't know. I have a different take on this type of stuff. Let's get it going. Some of the stuff we already seen though. That's into
Charlemagne gets completely obliterated by Larry Elder on racism in America. Check it out.
In America, 60% of the shootings, robberies, and homicides are committed by black people, often against other black people. You can't blame it on poverty, you can't blame it on racism. It is the breakdown of the nuclear intact family, and neither side is talking about it. Let me ask you a question, what do white people do wrong? What do you mean, what do white people do? I'm not worried about white people, I'm worried about what's going on with us.
this nigga. Why does nigga always like part of me, I can't take him serious for that, but another part of me is like, this nigga is like probably being dead serious asking this question.
Racism in this country.
No, I don't say there is. Say there is. You say there is. I don't believe that.
Have you ever heard the term nigga wake up call?
No.
It is an incident where a person of color forgets that they are of color and are reminded by an unexpected act of racism.
I'm acutely aware, Charlemagne, that I'm a black person, just as you are a black person. And when Joe Biden insulted you by saying, you ain't really black, we don't know whether or not you want to vote for me or vote for Donald Trump. And Joe Biden has lied for decades about his civil rights record, claiming that he desegregated movie theaters and restaurants in Wilmington, Delaware, when he didn't do any of that. And he came in here and told you aren't even black unless you think a certain kind of way. It seems to me that should have been a Nick wake-up call for you, but it wasn't, apparently.
Charlemagne gets.
Oh, got him.
So what you think about that? You think do you think that like holds any truth to like what he said?
I don't think.
Like, what do you think?
I think racism.
Okay.
I think that there is truth to like the breakdown of the nuclear family is like affected, you know, whatever. But I do think that like I believe systemic racism is real, and like some of it has to do with why fathers aren't in the home and stuff like that.
Why would that be?
Because it's common, like a lot of black men are in jail and stuff. I'm saying I don't have all the facts, I'm not gonna act like I do. But yeah, I think to say that racism is completely non-existent is
that's not what he said at all.
What did he say?
So he's not saying racism doesn't exist. He's just saying that it's not solely systematic, like how the government or how like Black Lives Matter or whatever likes to portray. He's saying that it exists, but it exists in more of a reason that has to do with us in today's day and age. So like maybe back like 40 years ago, yeah, it was systematic. That was like the general reason.
I just like to think that everything happens for a reason, and it's kind of like when you have people, a whole race of people that were treated a certain way for so many years, there's gonna be growing pains like when things change, because like slavery and segregation I'm not gonna take it back to slavery, but like some things I think about that like really not blow my mind, but like my dad was born in like the 60s, like he was alive a few years before Martin Luther King was killed, and like that's crazy to think like that he's first of all old as hell, but like it also was not that long ago. So like people like my granddaddy, obviously he I mean a lot of my family's from Alabama, so I don't doubt that my grandparents, who were definitely alive before that time, had to deal with blunt racism in their face and shit. And even your mom was talking about like sundown towns are still a thing. So it's like people still harbor those real feelings. And it's great that some black people are able to ignore it and they're like, I'm not oppressed. And you're not. No one's saying you are. But there are some people, you know, they will try to make you think that. But at the end of the day, nobody's saying you're in chains. However, I think there are some realities that because of the way you look, that in some places you still are treated a certain way. And I think that
yeah, for sure,
those people that treat you that certain way sometimes happen to be people in power.
Why?
Or have family members who, like a congressman might have that crazy racist uncle or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like they are in community with these people who are legit racist. So even if they don't think that, they might have those feelings subconsciously and feel certain ways about things. And then certain policies and stuff like that happens because of it. So, yeah, I think, yeah.
Well, I think it's more so of a, especially in today's day and age, I think it's more so because of nuclear family, I think, honestly, is where most of our problems are rooting from. I do know that majority of people that commit heinous crimes in the United States are unfortunately African American people, but weirdly enough, they're doing it to other African Americans. So as someone that is black myself, especially a black male, because most of these crimes are happening to other black males, and also me being a light-skinned male, knowing that how light-skinned males are deemed in the community as being soft and weak, I do know that I'm a usual target when it comes to black on black crime, unfortunately, off of assumptions of being feminine. I also believe systematic racism does exist, but I just don't think it's as prevalent as it was way back in the day. I also believe that the masculine figure in the household is very important for a household to, I guess, maintain, but even besides that, is to prevent delinquency from children, because I believe when kids are born, from the point that they come out their mom, the point they're probably like around like 9, 12 years old, I think the mother is the most important figure in that child's life, personally. I think when it gets to the point that that kid has reached the double digits, especially when that child is now a teenager, I think that's when authority or a masculine figure is the most important in the later years. Because it's like the kid as a baby, like, or as a child, they're going to need that nurturing from their mom. That's the most important thing. But then again, when you get so much nurturing, you start to become naive and you start to become like rebellious, and also to an extent you think you're invincible. I remember when I was a kid, I used to think I was invincible, but sometimes you need that on your hand to remind you you're not invincible, and you can make stupid choices, and they sometimes cost, and they can weigh a heavy price, and that could be your life sometimes, So I think at that point we need a masculine figure to smack us back in reality and put us back in check. So because we don't have that as much, and because a lot of households, unfortunately, now in the black community, or really in the black and brown, the black and Hispanic community, especially around here, it's that because we don't have that, it's just to the point now that it's like we have a bunch of kids out here doing wild stuff and no one's there to tell them any better. And then what makes it even worse is that you have the music, and then you have the Instagram profiles, and then you have the comedians, you have the culture influencing this lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, like people, they're more happy to say they're a BM than a wife. It's like, yeah, my BD, like, what about your husband? Like, the way you were saying it, it's not like it's a flex. I remember one time I was watching this podcast, I forgot what it was called, Street Alpha Podcast, and Mike was on it. He's a YouTuber, right? He's a car YouTuber, and he has like a wife, but he doesn't address his wife by his wife. He addresses his wife as his BM. Even people in the comments, that's what he said, would question on that sometimes, but I forgot why, but he said he just calls his wife his BM because she's been his BM, or they've been together for so long. But to me, that's still weird. Like, I wouldn't, if I knew a girl had my kid, like, I'm not addressing her as my BM. I feel like it's one thing to say, like, jokingly, like,
no, he was being serious. But like to exclusively call somebody that, or call your wife that, it's like, alright, I am your wife then.
Yeah, like that to me is so, or my fiance. Like,
I guess one thing to be like to your friends, like, alright, I'm about to go see baby moms, like something, you know what I'm saying? Like, jokingly, but like,
that's not even a joke. Like, even saying that, like that's like a,
yeah, it's like almost like a nickname, but to exclusively call me
my BM,
baby moms, BM,
like not even baby moms, like baby, this BM just sounds so
wait, he said BM?
Yes, verbatim, my BM. That's why it's just kind of like,
you know what BM stands for as well?
What?
Bowel movement. That's the first thing I thought of, honestly.
I don't think that. Oh, hey, I never heard of that.
BM, bowel movement.
I never heard of that.
No.
Okay, no. But yeah, when I heard that, I was like, BM. I was like, what the hell? Like, why wouldn't you not want to address this woman by your wife or your fiance? So, I thought that was weird, but hey, that's him. That's whatever. She feels comfortable with that. She feels comfortable with it.
No,
Cool.
yeah, that's even
But
no,
this
that's
is
terrible.
weird.
That's even worse. I thought, even baby mama is like acceptable, but BM is.
I don't know. It's just weird to me. It's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
just
what
the
fuck?
letters. That's.
Even when girls like, yeah, my BD, it's like,
I've never even heard somebody just say BM or BD.
I have hella times. What the fuck?
Like,
yeah, my
I hear them
BD.
say the whole like. my
I'm like,
baby
what
daddy.
the fuck? Like, it to me, it comes off as if it's some kind of like flex, like a badge of honor, like a Gucci purse or some shit. Like, my BD, my BD. It's like
Baby daddy.
so cringe. I'm like, what the fuck is going on, bro? Like, why are we flexing this? Why can't we just
But my
flex?
baby daddy.
Yeah, then you have music like that. Like, what the fuck?
2 tickets for passenger.
Regular or VIP?
What does VIP get you?
Doesn't matter. 2 VIPs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I can't take a bill that large.
It's alright. She's my debit.
Can I see an ID or a driver's license? Okay. I gotta make a copy of these every time you swipe it, so are you good on tickets?
You gotta make a copy every time you swipe?
Yeah, I know it's crazy. It's a new policy, though.
Yeah, but I don't want a bunch of copies of my debit card and my driver's license all around. You know, what if somebody steals it?
We're not responsible for that.
You know what? It's fine, because I got cash. I could just pay with it.
No, it's fine. It's okay. We'll figure something else out. It's fine. Thank you. Yeah. It's kind of strange.
Yeah, it's a weird policy.
Yeah. When did they even start doing that?
3228.
What?
2 tickets.
What?
2 tickets.
What?
I'm just curious about your stance on college as a scam.
Question is, did the best writers learn to write in college? Probably not. No. The best writers are gifted writing, and they learn to write by writing. And I would just argue that this kind of holistic view you get, for example, what are you studying? Can I ask?
Economics.
Okay, so what do you think of Thomas Sowell?
I actually really like him. I bought his book, Basic Economics.
Great.
He's one of the first economists I've
Do they
really
teach
looked
it
at.
here?
Not yet, but also.
Okay, so now you're proving my point. If you're studying economics and they're not teaching Thomas Sowell, you're not getting an education, you're getting an indoctrination.
Well,
and you're
no.
being scammed.
Okay.
Milton Friedman, do they teach Milton Friedman here?
No, but I'm aware of him.
Okay. Ludwig von Mises.
I'm aware of him, but no.
Murray Rothbard, hold on.
No.
F.A. Hayek.
No.
Frederick Bastiat.
No.
You're not getting economics education, you're getting an indoctrination. You should know every single, it's not your fault, but what you're paying for or going into debt for is not a real economic education. And the fact that I'm not criticizing you, I'm criticizing the institution that's failing you, that you don't know what these people believe and you're not being taught that rigorously, proves my point that college is a scam.
I'm just.
What do you think of that? Let's start there.
I think he really felt like he ate, and he did. He
did.
No, he did have good things to say. I just think, yeah. I mean, I do wholly agree because I mean, college is for the amount that they ask. At
Yeah,
this point,
what?
It's a fucking scam. It's like, dude.
I got a cousin, or my uncle. He's paying, I think, like $200,000 a year, or maybe $100,000 a year, between 2 kids, or $100,000 to $200,000 a year between 2 kids for college.
Damn.
And he's a millionaire. And it's not the one I told you about that does the it's a different one. I didn't know he was a millionaire until my mom told me, off of the business that he's running, like IT shit. And I'm thinking like, damn. Anyways, the one I was gonna buy the house from, him. So I was thinking like, damn, like, you know, like there's people out here that are paying that much when you could have just, like, in my head, like, you know, he's gonna put my other cousin, or his son, my cousin, he's putting through college and he's gonna do IT, supposedly. And he's, you know, like, that's like a $200,000 degree. And you could have just took a couple certs and got into IT. It would have cost you like $700, $1,000, maybe $3,000, whatever. But I'd rather be in debt for 3 than be in debt for 200. But then again, supposedly like certain a diploma or a scholarship or whatever, or a degree will get you farther in certain avenues of IT than a cert. That's what I heard. So I don't really know.
It's kind of like the difference between. It's literally the difference between this bag and a Gucci bag. They're both nice purses, but one's designer and one's not. I think that's similar with schools. You know, it's just kind of like a lot of it is the prestige in which you get with it. Because especially now, like with YouTube and everything, you can teach yourself a lot of shit.
I was about to say that too.
But with the internet, like, it's basically a university in itself.
I was gonna say that too. Like, I think it kind of depends as well. Like, what are you going to school for? Because obviously, if you're going to school to be like a lawyer or a doctor, then yeah, whatever school you go to, whatever degree you get, whatever form of certification that you get would take you further. But I also think that if you want to do something that's like business or economics, or you want to do something that's like music or whatever, fuck that. Like, whatever, just have some kind of certification that shows that you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter like what school you got it from or what the fuck. Like, as long as you either have a degree or a certification that shows that you know what you're doing, you got the job, you're hired. But again, if you want to be like a doctor, a nurse, a dentist, a lawyer, stuff like that, a scientist that takes like math and science, like real math and science, then I think that you're gonna, being in a more prestige school or getting that more prestige certification.
Degrees.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not sure how far that would take you compared to like you going to like a high prestige school.
So black people make up 13% of the American population.
Oh, 1350, my favorite.
Yes, exactly. Why do they commit 55% of all the...
Super great question. It's basically a very complex intersection of race and economic status. It's pretty well known that minority people tend to be in a lower economic status because of discrimination that they face.
So then why don't poor Asians commit a lot of...
Also a great question. Asian people weren't originally brought to America on purpose like black people, and they weren't already present here like natives.
Wait, so blacks because they were brought here 250 years ago?
No, I would like to finish.
Okay, just answer. It's very simple. Black.
I am answering.
No, I know, but you're not really.
I am. Asian Americans predominantly immigrate here for work reasons. They come from already wealthy countries. They're already wealthy when they get here.
That's not true.
It's committed primarily by poor people.
First of all, that's not true. Talk to anybody from Vietnam. Who's that Vietnamese? Anybody?
It goes. I don't know. I think there's a lot of differences in communities with black people and Asian communities and stuff. Because even Asian people, I mean, it's like a thing that like Asian people don't like black people.
I think most races and ethnicities don't really like black people. I actually, matter of fact, I think it's more so African Americans over like Africans. Even Africans don't like African Americans.
Well then, I mean, there you go. Like,
but that proves what he's saying. Because the thing is this, is that what he's saying, which I agree 100%. I think that it's not coming from like, people want to put it on, well, it's because we were brought here as slaves and the whites oppressed us, whatever the fuck. And it's like, okay, there's Asians that came here too, and majority of them are, you know, committing a bunch of crime. There's a bunch of Indian people that came here too. Majority of them are committing a bunch of crime. There's a bunch of Armenians, whatever the fuck, they're not committing. Italians.
The difference in them is partly community and where they come from. Like,
but what do you mean by
that? Have
that?
a place to be able to go back to, or where they come from is different.
But we do too.
Where are you going?
Like, are you talking about like out of state or like within the state?
Most people, I
or within
feel
the
like,
United
like
States.
if you're Asian, at some point you probably immigrated here.
Yeah.
So you came over, and you already have a sense of some sort of belonging. You come to America already with, you know, like what to look for. You're gonna find a community eventually. There's like in Annandale, there's like a little Koreatown and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna be able to find community.
But what?
And you already have a sense of belonging, I guess.
Okay. But what do you? I'm confused because when you say that, where do you go from? How do you get into you being someone that is a felon or committing crimes? Because you don't have a sense of belonging, as far as like in a geographical way.
I mean,
like because I don't know where I'm from back in Africa, like I'm gonna commit a bunch of crimes.
I mean, I would just say that there is no like. I'm trying to think of the best way to word this. I have a point, but I can't think. Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to take it back to slavery, but I kind of get what she's saying in the sense that like black people were just kind of like plopped onto America and then treated like shit, and then we're told, all right, now join the rest of society. We gave you your freedom. Why are you so fucking mad? Like, get it together. Like, we have people that were...
I don't agree with that, though. The reason why I don't is because even after the civil rights movement, like, we weren't like that. Like, we weren't like how we are now at all. You know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't as much like heinous crimes and stuff going on in the black community.
No, I do think now, like, social media,
it's spiraling out of
ramps
control.
it up.
Out of control.
And now people just want to be thugs for fun. But I would say that's white boys too. Like, what? Play white boys wanting to be thugs and shit, yeah.
Come on now.
I think so.
Like, like number wise, you can't even compare the two.
Well, at least my manager was just talking about, like, some of the kids from the private school up here. They be smoking weed and stuff around here, and it's like, y'all go to a private school. What are y'all doing?
Yeah, but the thing is that that's smoking weed. What I'm talking about are like crimes. Like smoking weed isn't a crime. You're just gonna get like, it's a petty ticket. I'm talking about situations of you like people like robbing cars, sticking people up, fighting people, hitting people, lashing out in a fucking McDonald's for no reason just because you want to cause a scene. I'm not sure if we watched the video together, but it was like a group of black girls in DC, and they're walking, and like one of them, this big one, was smacking the shit out of the Spanish couple off of what I saw in the video for no fucking reason or for something extremely petty. Like, I don't know another group of people that do shit like that. And it sucks I have to say that. I wish I couldn't say that about my own people. I wish I'd be lying if I'm saying that, but it's true. I don't, and in general, yeah, you might have your little groups, but in general, you don't see any other race doing that but ours.
I mean, niggas be doing dumb shit, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't...
For no reason.
Put the onus completely on black people.
Yeah, I mean, it's that...
I don't think that's fair.
But it doesn't...
Like I said,
but life isn't fair.
We're probably...
The thing is that life isn't fair, and I think having that kind of mindset, I think, is what the general population has, especially for the black community, and I think that's the mindset that handicaps us, because we're not acknowledging, like, you know what? As a society, we're fucking up, and we're going down a path that isn't cool. This whole sexy red shit, honestly, yeah, it's cool in the club, but it's really lame as fuck because it's not... Because it's not putting the family together. It's not having a stay together. This whole kill this nigga, rob this nigga, yeah, I'm a gangster nigga, fuck this, I fuck your bitch, all that shit, yeah, it might be cool in the club, but to be honest with you, what's cool about killing someone that is ours? Like something, what is cool about robbing or looting from a business that is ours? Why am I stealing this person's car that is the same, he looks just like me, this could be my little brother? Like, why are we doing this to our own fucking people? It comes to a point that we have to acknowledge that we are the reason why we're doing what we're doing and what's going on. Like, we can't always blame it on the white man or the guy upstairs. It's like, nah, bro, like, yeah, unfortunately the white man started this snowball to have this major effect, but it's up to us to look around and be like, you know what, bro, like, this is lame as hell, we can't be doing this. Nah, fuck that. Because think about it this way, Martin Luther King did it 40, 50 years ago, and he was waking people the fuck up. It's gonna sound crazy me saying this, but I think Kevin Samuels could have been the same type of nigga. Cause I think Kevin Samuels was waking motherfuckers up in the black community to realize, like, bro, like,
he thought black women were at the bottom.
But that's
of the beauty spectrum.
That's true. But it's true. And the reason why black women are on the bottom of the beauty spectrum is because on dating apps, black women are swiped right the least out of any group of women.
Oh, but black women are winning, right? And they get chosen more.
No. Yes, but what I'm saying with that is that within the black community, in a global spectrum, black women are swiped right the least. Within the black community, I would say that black women, especially darker skinned women, are sought after the most out of any group of women, in my opinion, and off of what I've seen. And I, especially like within like rappers, I see ball players, I see them date and champion black, fair, or brown, darker skinned women a lot more now compared to like 7-10 years ago where it was like the light skinned women. And so I think we're doing better with that. But the thing is that Kevin Samuels was waking people up. He was waking girls up, telling them like, hey, like, you want this 6 foot tall, muscular, and rich man? That's cool, but are you ready to be this type of girl? Because this is the type of girl that those guys like that are going to want. Okay, you want this super bad chick to do X, Y, and Z for you? Okay, when you stop being a bum ass nigga, make some fucking money and get off your fucking ass.
This is crazy.
I know it sounds crazy me saying this, but this is the thing. Is well, hold on. No, you know why I'm not gonna respect. I know why I'm gonna say that is because it's deeper than that. And the reason why I'm saying it's deeper than that is because Kevin Samuels was also, he had this message that he was trying to convey and try to show that how important marriage is and how important it is for families to stay together. You do not see that in any other ethnic group or race group compared to our people. You don't. No, he was divorced, and that was one, I believe it was divorced, but that was one of his main critics. People say, okay, but you can say all this advice, but you're not married. But you're not married. What I'm saying is that off of what he was preaching is that how important it is for a black family to stay together, because with the black family to stay together, like a lot of our problems that we inflict on each other would go down. So I think what Kevin said was waking people up and making people realize how important relationships are, how important commitment is, how important religion is, how important it is as a woman for you to preserve your purity, how important it is for a man to work hard and don't be a bum ass nigga and be someone that's a product to society in a good way, be an asset to society. And I think with him,
was the woman he died with his girlfriend?
It was a girl he was dating, yeah.
Okay, like he was dating her for a while.
I don't know for how long. He was very private with his relationship life, just like how anyone would be, you know, in the spotlight like that. But because I would be too. But the thing is just like, that's why I'm saying I think he could have been someone that's like a Malcolm X, someone that's like of our day. And it sounds crazy me saying that, but I think if you would have gave him another 4 years, like if he didn't die and he was still alive now, give him another 2 more years, he would have been someone that's like a black African American figure as far as like in the social media world. Kind of like a Dr. Umar to an extent, but even better. Cause I think Dr. Umar, he's
ridiculous.
No. Cause I think Dr. Umar said a lot of nonsense. Like Dr. Umar would say shit and people would be like, what the fuck is nigga saying? And he ended up becoming a meme. Kevin Samuels would say shit and 40% of people will be pissed off because they're like, what the fuck? Like, especially women, because they're like, what the fuck? Why are you attacking us? Why is he attacking us? And the other 60% that are women and men are be like, you know what? As much as I don't want to hear because what he's saying is true, it makes me feel bad because I'm reflecting on my own life. He's right. I gotta get better. What the fuck? I'm a grown ass man. I'm a grown ass woman. I'm wasting my time. I need to get my life together. No one's gonna save me, especially because I'm fucking black. I'm not white. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that's pretty much what his message was. But that's why I think he was an important figure in black community.
I've been researching Black Lives Matter and I've been understanding the politics and how they're funded by white liberals. They're white liberals in blackface.
This sounds like Kanye.
They're white liberals in blackface. When I say that, it's because the white liberals is all about feminism, LGBT. White liberals don't really care about black people.
That's
I
correct.
realize white liberals don't really care about me, bro.
That's correct.
I'm off the plantation, bro. I'm off the plantation, bro. They want to keep me dependent, but I'm realizing this. They put LGBT, women, non-binary, white feminism, all that Hillary Clinton stuff, put it in blackface. Black Lives Matter, it started by 3 lesbian women. It started by 3 lesbian women. It's not really supporting black families.
First off,
I've been researching.
So the reason why is because he's talking about bringing families together. They're not like a family, like a straight family, right? So because that's the majority of families in the United States are straight families. So when you have a bunch of, I guess you could say like lesbians, right? Black lesbians that aren't living the general life that regular Americans are living or normal or in general public, how can you convey what we are going through as in a general sense of like of black families when you don't have kids and you guys aren't married?
But they are black, and I imagine they have black families, and all they said was Black Lives Matter, so what's the problem?
I just said it. The problem is that they don't have families themselves. Yeah, but they don't have families. Like it's like that's like the same critique you like that.
So if I started Black Lives Matter because I'm a single black woman, was that a bigger problem? And I come from.
I don't think so.
Though I'm mixed, so I guess maybe that would have been different.
But you still had an experience. You could, I don't even believe that either. Because you
single white mother household, and I started Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, that would be weird.
That was it. Yeah. Okay.
When you said white woman mother, I'm just like, yeah, that would be kind of crazy.
Let's pretend I wasn't mixed.
Even with blackface.
If I was if I was fully black and I came from a single female household, parents divorced, and I started Black Lives Matter, would that delegitimize my stance on Black Lives Matter starting the movement that it did?
Say it for me one more time.
Just me, but I'm just not mixed. But I started it.
And divorced family or single?
Yeah, my mom.
Yes.
My mom.
Yes.
Is,
because what he's talking about is a nuclear family. So he's talking if you're single, then yes. Because if you were in a family, right, and if you've gone through having a family before, knowing how important it is, then it'll make more sense because you would have a better gravity on what you're fighting for. But when you never experience it for yourself firsthand, knowing the burden that comes with what you're fighting for, then what are you standing on? So what he's saying is that, okay, the nuclear family, cool. Like, as far as this...
I mean, I guess it would give you a different perspective, but it also negates the fact that gay people exist. So they should also be put under the umbrella of Black Lives Matter regardless, because they are affected under that.
No, that's not what he's saying. What he was talking about Black Lives Matter, but off of what I heard, the segment that he was talking about within Black Lives Matter was the nuclear family. That's what he was talking about.
What does it have to do with Black Lives Matter? I don't understand. I really don't understand what not being killed by police and Black Lives Mattering.
Black Lives Matter isn't just not being killed by police. It's a lot broader of a spectrum than just that.
Okay.
So that's what jump started it. But it's a lot of stuff. It could be me going to the bank and I'm not able to get a $50,000 loan, but then a white person comes in with a 400 credit score and they're able to get 60,000. Like, Black Lives Matter represents all of that. Any kind of injustice or any kind of prejudice or racism towards an African American person or a person of color. So what he's saying is a specific umbrella about the nuclear family, and single lesbian women can't represent that because they don't have that.
But they are still black, so they can experience discrimination. So
that's not what he's saying.
But, well, I guess if he's talking about just the nuclear family, but if you're saying that Black Lives Matter isn't just about the police, right?
Yes.
It's about any type of discrimination against a black person. Any type of discrimination against a black person, right? Including discrimination against sexual orientation.
No one's talking about that though. That's not what he said.
But if you're black and gay, then what? Your life matters less?
You know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like someone, right? If let's say, oh my God, like I love driving my Ferrari, and specifically the wheels of my let me land. The wheels in the Ferrari are so sick because they're made out of carbon fiber and they're wide so they can hold the ground really well when I turn. And here you come out of nowhere talking about how the exhaust is cool and it's mid but it needs better work. I'm like, bro, like I'm not talking about my exhaust in my car. I'm talking about my wheels. Okay, yeah, but it's a Ferrari. Yeah, I know it's a Ferrari, but I'm talking specifically about my wheels. And that's the same thing with this. Like, yeah, it's Black Lives Matter. But I'm not talking about that problem. That's a different problem. This problem is what I'm talking about, which is the nuclear family. And I don't identify with that. So since I don't identify with that, and these women don't identify with that, why should I listen to them? That's what he's saying. I'm not going to feel like what these women are trying to feed to me is something that is a problem that is of the white man. No, it's because it starts with us. It starts with me. And I'm not going to be another statistic. I'm waking up from the plantation. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to be successful because I know I can do it. I'm not going to have the excuse to fall on the white man had me do it, or this is the reason why I do this because the white man. No, nigga. It's because of me. I wake up, I decide whatever the fuck I want to do every fucking day. It's my choice. I'm not going to let anyone decide for me. I'm not going to be a victim. I'm not going to be the victim for the white man. I'm not.
So what are your thoughts on Black Lives Matter then?
I think Black Lives Matter is a piece of shit. Especially when you want to take the money that everyone donated to you and spend it on houses and cars and shit. Like, what the fuck?
Organization. I do understand that there's.
I think the meaning is a beautiful meaning behind it. I think it's a beautiful meaning.
So that's yeah.
But the people that represent it aren't shit.
That you not shit. Moving on, that's easy too. Quit acting like I'm not rich. Fuck these IG hoes, I'd rather have a block bitch. She